Hello everyone, today we have come up with a new video in which we'll discuss about some of the questions that may be asked in an interview regarding Microsoft Excel. So these are some of the questions that can be asked, or these type of questions can be asked in an interview. So we'll see how we can answer these questions. So we'll start with the first questions. That is about how would you create a pivot table in Excel. So we'll just go to your raw data tab, and this is a small data set that we'll be using for creating a pivot table. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to select the whole data set. Then we can go to insert tab, pivot table, and from table or range. So this is a range, and if you want in this existing worksheet, you can specify the area where you want the pivot table. Here we want in a new worksheet, so we'll go with that. Okay. So see, these are the items and quantity, sales for quarter 1, sales for quarter 2, and we can use these regions even as filters. So you can see, like, I want only for Europe, or I want only for South America. So this is the easiest way to create a pivot table. Let's see, we want to format that in currency format, so we'll take it as, yep, that is also we want in currency format. So it's done. Now we'll move to our next question, which is, can you explain the difference between countif, and countifs function in Excel? So I'll just tell you what are the difference between count and counter, because that's very normal. Like, count is only for the numerical values. Um, if you want to count alphabetical values, then you have to use counter. Just for an example, we'll see here. Let's say we have 5. Okay, so we'll use count over here. So we got a result as 5. At the same time, let's see, let's use counter. See, it will give 5. So counter is will work for both numerical values as well as alphabetical values. So this is used for alphanumeric calculations. So let's see, I'll add 2 more. I will just shift D8 to D10, right? See, it's not taking that 2 numerical values, alphabetical values in the count. But when you use counter, this will take these 2 values as well. So that's the basic difference between count and counter. So the countif is like, you want to give a criteria, and based on that we want our count function to work. So we'll see that countif, the range, let's say we want all the item 1. We want to see how many item 1 is there in this particular range. So our criteria is item 1. So there are 4 that we know. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got an answer as 4. And let's see how we can use count ifs. So this criteria will be same, but we want item 1 only for, let's say, North America count. So how many item 1 is there in North America? So we'll specify this criteria range, and the criteria is this. So there is only one item 1 for these, let's say this our North America region, and there is only one item with name item 1. So this is how you can use count if and count ifs, and there's no end of the criteria, like you can give as much criteria you need in this particular formula. So the next one is what is VLOOKUP and how would you use it. So VLOOKUP is simply vertical lookup, like based on a certain value you want and to extract any other value from a data set. Let's go back again to this. Just randomly we'll take a number. Okay, let's say let's say this one we'll take, and we want the region, which region have this particular amount of uh, sales. Okay, so is equal to VLOOKUP. This is our lookup value. This is our table, and column index number is in which column your result is there. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is in the fifth column, and we want an exact match, so it will be false. See Asia. This was the value Asia. As we'll change the value, we'll get other region. This is for North America. Same goes with this one. This is very basic and simple example. VLOOKUP is used for many other purposes, and it is one of the powerful formula in MS Excel. And yeah, so this is very basic use of VLOOKUP. The next one is, can you explain the difference between absolute and relative cell references in Excel? Okay, so we'll see with the example. Okay, let's take few values. Go ahead. Yep. See this formula. This is a relative referencing. Like when you drag down the formula, your references do not change. Like when I drag down, it shifted from J5 to J6. Even the criteria range shifted. See, it was our table array shifted. It was from C5 to G20. Here it's C6 to G21. So in this example, we can see both. So this should be relative referencing, so that our values change. As our values changes, we want our as we drag down the formula, we want our lookup value to change, but we don't want this one to change, like a table array. So what we'll do is we will press F4 to fix the references. This is called absolute referencing, in which your references do not change. So you'll see as I drag down the formula, it shifted from J5 to J6, but this reference didn't shift because we have locked our referencing. You can see in other values, other cells as well. So this is the basic difference between absolute and relative referencing. So whenever you do not want your cell reference to shift or to change, we put it under absolute referencing. The next one is, how do you add conditional formatting in a cell in Excel? Okay, we'll see over here. So the very basic conditional formatting can be to highlight the duplicates. So we'll go to conditional formatting, duplicate values. So all values have a duplicate because we have same items for different region. So that's why we are getting all the values are highlighted. So we'll clear the rule, and yeah, let's say this one, highlight the cell which is less than, let's say, 20 lakhs, and we want color as okay, let's take this one. Okay, see, these are the cell values which are less than 20 lakhs. So this is how we can use conditional formatting in a Excel sheet. There are more use cases. Okay, so if you want to see how many conditional formatting in this particular workbook, so you can see that as well. See here, also we use absolute referencing because we don't want our references to change. Otherwise, there'll be a mismatch in this. So we'll move with our next question, which is what is the difference between a workbook and a worksheet in Excel. So the very important and initially the basic thing that we all should know, a workbook is the whole uh, Excel sheet. Like this practice sheet is a workbook, and a worksheet is like there are three worksheets in this particular workbook, that is questions, sheet 7, and raw data. So sheet is a page, and you can call like sheet is a page, at workbook is whole book. So that's the basic difference between workbook and worksheet. The next one is how would you create a chart in Excel? So there are various ways to create a chart in Excel. Let's say I want to create chart for this region only. So we'll select this data, go to insert. If you don't know which chart to use, you can go to recommend chart and use based on that. And otherwise, you have a whole lot of option you can select from. Then you can design these charts. So, and even you can, if you want to change the chart type, you can go and change that line. Then if you want a bar chart, so these are the options available. You can use out of that. The next question is, can you explain the difference between a formula and a function in Excel? The formula is usually that we write. See, there are various formulas, there are various types of formulas: logical formulas, financial formulas, text formula, date formula, reference and lookup formulas. So let's say we type VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP is a formula, and function is something which is built in, which is already available in Excel. You can say conditional formatting is a function, then text to column is a function, data validation is a function, and yeah. So the thing which is already built in Excel is called as functions, and the formulas are that we write to get data or to get the result that we want. So the next one is how would you sort data in Excel? So there are various ways through which we can sort data in Excel. So let's just remove conditional formatting. Let's say we want to sort this particular in descending order. See, this will put the filter largest to smallest changed. Other way is we can go to data, sort. Here we can like sort by. So we'll say region and we want A to Z. So it's sorted in that particular manner. Now we have formula also, which is sort and sort by, that can be used to sort data in Excel. Mostly sort and sort by is used with other formulas uh, to create reports or presentable data. So normally we use this filters and the sort function, which is already built in Excel. So let's remove filter. Let's go to the next question. What is the purpose of SUMIF function in Excel? So like we used countif to count the number of results based on a criteria. Same we do with SUMIF also. Like we have a criteria and we want to sum the data based on that. So that's how we use SUMIF. So let's go with SUMIF. So first will be your range. Let's say this is my range and my criteria is this one, and this is my sum range. So let's do that. What do we call it? See, this is the same. 1,28,22,769. So this is how we use summon functions. So that's it for this video, and we'll come up with more questions that are usually asked in Excel interviews, and we'll solve that. Till then, practice, and we'll see you in next video. Thank you. Bye bye.